G'day everybody. Now I want to talk about online gambling. Now I do believe that people have free will. Gambling can be fun if you just do a little bit of it. And it can be there to help people get rewarded in times of need sometimes, in a little bit of fun. So what I mean by that is that if you wanted to go out and have fun, people spend money to spend time on something. Right? So you can go out and gamble with $50, so half you pay on food, right, and drinks, because you know how expensive they are. And then the other half, you can do a little bit of gambling, right, to see if you can get somewhere or to have a little bit of fun, as you can afford to spend it as you're a person who goes out. But there are people who like to gamble all the time for money, and they end up calling them a hooked gambler, as they keep gambling to try to get their money back. So they end up gambling for a while, they lose a lot of money, and they go, oh, what can I do, and all I know is I'll gamble more. I'll do a little bit of the double scheme. There's a scheme where you keep doubling, you've got a high chance in the end of winning. But you need a lot of money to do that. But some people just get hooked and can't help themselves. Usually the people who get hooked are usually people that are uneducated and are bored, and it can be done easily. Right? And so to stop all that and gambling, you can lose a lot of money quickly as well. As you can bet as much as you want. Definitely if you're gambling on the internet, as it's opened up to all gambling areas around the world with all sorts of rules and limits. But if you turn gambling and still give people free will and rights, as I talk about, without taking over them, you can change things that need help, systems that need help, or you want to help, but you can't completely take it away. But you make safety areas. You show that you don't like it in certain ways, and so you make rules so it doesn't become the way you don't like, which is bad for people overspending. Right? And to stop that, you can bring gambling back to off the internet completely in your country. Right? You ban off all apps for overseas and all that kind of stuff. And you make gambling back to gambling places like casinos and pubs and stuff like that. In fact, I believe it's probably best not to go so much casino. Right? Have some of them. Casinos should be limited if you're going to have them, as they're really only for the rich who can go have a fun time. When it comes to the normal public, it's probably best to have them for pubs. Just have them at a pub. It also helps local. You have them at pubs. You have different forms of gambling. Most of them is machine. I find machine gambling is pretty boring. But you can also introduce other ways of gambling as well, to bring in money to the town, and to also spend time. More time you're there, the more likely you're going to have a chat with your friend and have a drink at the pub. Right? And so if you play small games, you have a limit. So when it comes to gambling and you don't want to hurt your people too much, you have these pubs that can control the gambling for you and see who's coming in. And you can control that. Over time, a bad gambler will have someone come in and tell you that they're a bad gambler. Right? Then they can have their face put up or be told not to come here to gamble. Makes it harder. It's the family getting involved, because when it comes to gambling, the family needs to get involved, because there's always a way of people doing things behind the scenes in any type of problem that they have. So you make gambling a certain limit, you have it controlled. You can have any gambling in this type of system, playing cards and stuff like that. Can take longer. Go with gambling that takes longer to gamble. Right? You can pick out those type of games instead of, you know, roulette and certain things where you can just gamble very quickly and lose money quickly, you see. You pick out certain things, you have it as entertainment, still available, and you're not taking it from the people, you're controlling it. It's called controlling. It's a little bit like the cigarette scheme. It's alright to control it, but not totally take it away or buy and manipulate it, you see. And when it comes to gamblers who gamble on the internet, well, we can't fix what's already been done. Right? If you believe someone's been wronged and the system was wrong, well then the system has to pay. When it comes to gambling apps, in the end, unless there was some sort of fraud there somewhere, but if there are any other app that's available anywhere around the world when it comes to gambling or other apps that are similar, then there's no use trying to attack anywhere where suing is involved because of people over gambling. It was too easy. It's best just to stop it and restart. And if you have any bad complaints about someone didn't get ripped, well, it's up to the system to fix that. They believe they're wrong. Been wronged out. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Have a good one very soon. I definitely have to do that chair around there, or frame. Do these roses, eh? Looking good. Have a good one, and you let me know in comments how you would perceive gambling. Some people would say just get rid of it. It'll get rid of the problem. But some people do like gambling. Some people can gamble reasonable. And so if that's true, then it shouldn't be taken away. It should just be limited and controlled. Have a good one and see you later.